Hey everybody, I wanted to check out a puzzle today recommended by Lee L. Cheer. This is called Snowman by Ritsu-chan. A little Christmas themed puzzle today. I believe it was 1 star in difficulty on Logic Masters. But let's get to the rules here. Normal Sudoku rules apply. It should be 1 to 9 in every row, column, and 3x3 box. The ratio or Kropke dots cells connected by black dot must contain digits in a specified ratio. For example, when 3 is inside the dot, it's 1 to 3, so 2 and 6. Cells connected by a black dot must contain digits in a specified ratio. For example, when 3 isn't... Oh, these things. Okay, right. So these are in a 1 to 4 ratio. These are in a 1 to 2 ratio. I got you. Okay. Alright, consecutive dots. Cells connected by a white dot must contain consecutive digits. Cyan, blue, palindrome line. Digits on a palindrome line read the same forwards and backwards. Pastel blue is a whisper line. 2 cells connected by a whisper line must have a difference of at least 3. Baby blue are region sum lines. For each line, digits on the line have an equal sum within each box it passes through. The orange V is just decorational. Simply a carrot. Okay. Alright, so cyan, I reckon will be those. Baby blue, I think, are these. And I think these will be the pastel. At least that feels right. Or no, maybe it does not feel right. Because this line is just a continuous... Well, this one is definitely not. Wait, let me think about this here. This cannot be a palindrome, can it? Because where is the middle? So then it must be the pastel. Okay, well, anywho, let's think about these Kropke dots first. Alright, these are in a 1 to 3 ratio. So what is that going to be? It could be 1, 3, 9. I think that's what it has to be, isn't it? So that will be 1, 3, 9. don't see how it could work any other way. A 9 will not be in the middle, and neither will 1. So this will be 3, and then 1 and 9 will be on both sides of it, or either side of it. A 1-to-4 ratio can be 1-4, or it can be 2-8. And then these two so these will consist of 1-4 or 2-8. And seeing how this is in a 1-to-5 ratio, this must be, so it's just going to work out like that. And that will be a 2-8. This must be consecutive. It cannot be a 4. So it will be a 6. And I think this can still be either way around. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so which one is this? This must be the whisper line, I guess. What freaking color is cyan? Am I just forgetting my color? I mean, that looks a lot like this one to me. But if this is a palindrome, where does the line, where's the middle? Unless it's like that. No, it can't be like that, because then those two would be the same. So, are these the palindrome? This one would be that one. This one would be that one. These are not the palindrome either. So then this one is the palindrome. I'm going to say. So these two digits are the same. These two digits are the same. Those two are the same. If those two are that one, that would be fine. These two are the same. Okay. So the darker colored line is my palindrome. So maybe they're calling this baby blue then. I always thought baby blue was like that darker color. Okay. Well, if this was the baby blue line, this would have to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. That would have to be a 2. I think that could work though. No, it couldn't work, because then those would be the same digit. Right. So this is the whisper line. Is pastel that light? Maybe so. Okay, my bad. Alright, Joe doesn't know his colors. We have learned this today. Alright. Okay, so this is the whisper. So whatever this is will bounce around. Or no, it won't. It won't bounce around. This is not a normal whisper. This is a normal whisper. I'm thinking of differing by at least 5. So this one we are differing by 4. Do we have a high digit to play with? Or we're differing by 3, sorry. Or more. So this can be 5 or higher. But this one is also this one. So this has to be a 7, 8, or 9. And that will be a 7, 8, or 9. This one is going to be the same as that one. It cannot be 4. It could be 5. Otherwise, so it's 5, 7, 8, or 9. If this was a 5, that would be a 6. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. And what else can we do here? About 2 digits equaling 3, 2. This one has to be consecutive. So 2 cannot go on it. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. What about these two then? These are gonna be, one of them's a 9, so the bottom one is a 9. And the other digit is a 7. So this will be a 6 or an 8. 9 is going there because of the palindrome. And it could go here. If it does go here, it would go there. And that would be an 8. That would make that a 6. We can probably get something else in. What do we have left up here? 4, 5, and 6. Or no, 4 and 5 somewhere, but 5 cannot go there. What can go here? A 2 or a 4, basically. This could be a 5. If this was a 2, this would be a 5, 6, or 8. If it was an 8, it would be a 5, 4, or 2. If this was a 4, it would have to go back up to a 7 or 8. If it was a 2, it could be 5, 6, 7, 8. Two would be 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 would be 7 or 8 only. Six would also have to go down to a 2. If that was a 6, that could only be a 2. If it was an 8, it could be as low as 5, but it would be 2 or 4 or 5. Six, 7, 8, 9. Was an 8. If this was an 8 now, it would have to go down. What are the options here? It would be a 2, 4, or 5. Same as there. So a 4 is not going to work in either of those. They will be a combo, in other words, more or less. If it went this way, it would have to be the same, wouldn't it? That was if it was an 8. If it was a 2... Oh wait, okay, maybe I can't do that. If it was a 2, it would be a 5, 6, or 8. This is also a 7 or 8 now. This was 4. This would go back up to 7 or 8. Then that would be a 6-8 combo. So that would have to be a 7. If this is 4, that has to be a 7. If it's 2 though, it can be whatever. Two, 4, 5. Oh wow, a lot. 2 cannot go over here. So 2 does go over here. This was an 8, that would be a 9. Listen, so 5 is down here on one side or the other. It would work on both sides. What number would not work? A 6 would not work down here, would it? A 6 would work on this side. A 6 cannot work on this side. So a 6 is going in this or this. And a 6 is over here. And it would have to be with a 5 or a 7. We have a 5. Is this a triple? Or, I mean, not a triple, but a quintuplet, I guess. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this cannot be an 8. So that is a 2. That is an 8. 6 cannot work here now, so that is a 6. This cannot be a 5 anymore, so this will have an 8 in it. Now that will make that a 7. That'll make that a 5 and a 6. And this will have to be a 3. That is now an 8 and a 9, making this a 7. Also the palindrome. An 8, 9 points up to that 1. This is a 5, 6 now. So we get the 5 on this side. So this must be a 2. This will be a 1 or a 3. And this must be a 2 or a 4. Both of them would work there at the moment. But this one would have to satisfy both. So it cannot be 5, it cannot be 6. That'll be a 7 or 8. And this will have to be a 9. Or no, rather, it can't be a 9. So if that was a 7, 8, it can't be a 6, can't be a 7, can't be a 9, so it has to be an 8. And these are now known for the column 1, 3, 8. This number is going here, which cannot be an 8. One of those will be an 8. This will be a 1 or a 3. Satisfy the palindrome. This is an 8 or 9. For the same reason. And this will be a 4 and a 2. Okay. If we think of it this way, it could not be a 1, so it cannot be 1, 2, 3. It has to go up then, so it must be an 8 or a 9. It cannot be a 9 because this would be an 8, so it is an 8 because that is 3 away, and 5, and this will now be a 7 or 9. It'll go back down to at least a 5. Oh, I made this a 9 though, so that will be a 9, that will be an 8. 7 will go down, so that has to be a 1, 2, or 3. And then it'll have to go up to at least a 5. So it is 5, 6. That'll make a combo there. See a 7 here now. That'll make a combo there, meaning this is a 4 or a 7. This one, what did I say? It goes down to at least, well, it can go all the way down to a 1. It goes down to at least a 5, 4, oh, 3, oh, what? 3, 1. Okay. About 1 over here. Five and 6, neither one are working for 4. How did I even get to that? Because this 1, 2, and 3 had to go up. It could, if it was 1 though, it could have went up to a 4. No, it couldn't, because then it wouldn't work there. So it did have to be 5 or 6, because we have 7, 8, 9. And it will not work for 4 this way. So that is a 2, that is a 4. Now that is 5, 6. Okay. So 2 is up here. 8 over here. 1. This is this. So there will be a 5 or a 6 down here. Maybe both. Again, there maybe. Okay. What about these 3? So 1 cannot be over here, or else it would take everything that would be there. Could be 2, 3, 4 though. not quite enough, I guess. 3, 4, 5, 6. I haven't thought about these region sums yet. That is okay. I think I need some digits on there first. Here. What's left in this row? Where's 1 at? If this was 1, that would be 2, that's okay. This one cannot be 1 though. Or else that would be all of those. So 1 is over here. Which means that is not 1. What else cannot be over there? Four. 4 could be with 2 and 3 though. What about 7? Oh, 7 I don't think can go here. 7 could go over there though. If this was 7, it couldn't go down, because that would take that clue out. And it couldn't go up, because it would be 7, 8, 9. Those are already in both box 5 and those rows. So 7 either goes here, or it would go over here. Which, that could be 7, 6, or this could be 1, 2. So that is probably doable. 4, on the other hand, could work here. With 2 and 3. That would be a 1, that would be a 5. That would be okay. Right in the middle. One is in the middle, and one of those two can't be in the middle there, obviously, because both sides would have to be 2. This also could not be a 9. This cannot be a 9. So this is a 9. That is a 9 from Sudoku, and just from the fact that that can't be a 9, because the 8's already there, and it can't go in the middle, because both sides would be an 8. So the 9 is up here, and the 9 can't go there, because it would make that an 8. So that is a 9, that is a 1. This will be a 4 or 7, and I think I said 7 would not work. 7, yeah, 7 will not work here, so it must be there. And this must be 4. It could include the 5. Oh no, it cannot. So it will have to go 3, 2. If the 5 was here, then it would take 6 as well, and this would have no valid entry. So that goes like that. This will be a 5 and an 8, which is known it's that way around. From the top box, now that is a 3, so it makes that a 3. These are now 1, 8. 2 gets placed there, and 2 gets placed there. This will have to be a 1. 1 will go here or here. We have a 5 here now, which is still good for the Whisper. And so we have 5, 6, 15. The only way to make 15 is 8, 7, or 9, 6. So it will be 9, 6 because 8, 7 were already there. Or what did I say? 15. Yeah, okay, that's right. The 1 consecutive makes it 2. On this side we have 11. So we could have 5, 6. We cannot have 8, 3. We could have 7, 4. Or we cannot have 5, 6. 5 is right there. Cannot have 8, 3. Cannot have 9, 2. 7, 4 is all that's left. So it must be that. This cannot be a 6. So we get all of those. And we also get a 4 here, because these 7 4s made our 4s are in these columns, so it had to be in this column here in the top box, so it had to go there. This will now be a 5 and a 6. 6 is already there in box 8. Sudoku gives us that 6. It can't be a 7 here, so it is a 5. And this will be an 8 and a 4. This cannot be a 7 or a 9 though, so that will be a 4. That will be 8, and this will be a 3 or a 5. Looks like it can be either still. This one cannot be a 1 though, so this one is. And this will be a 3 or a 5 also. And we get left with a 9. And a 1 here. And a 3 there. Only 1 digit left in row 5, which is a 7. And these will be what is left. 3, 4, 6. That only has a 3 as an option. The only consecutive is 4, 6. This top one is sorted now. Now I think we just work Sudoku. What's left in this column is 1, 2, and 8. This row has 4 and 5, so that one is 4, that one is 5. And we have a 3 can't go here, so it will be there. And then we have a 6 and a 7. So that will do it. Yeah, that was a cute little puzzle. Snowman by Ritsu-chan. Thanks for the suggestion. Check it out for yourself in the link below, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye.